I'm back here in America, and I want to do a blog just because of that, and to also discuss Dr. Nigam one last time. I've been reading the past few comments on my videos, and there's a few ones which are kind of harsh and bashing the guy. And I have to first say this about him: he's a very nice guy. He knows his stuff. He's definitely knowledgeable. I wouldn't say he's a phony. I mean, the guy did the surgery on himself. They talk. There's a lot of hair transplant doctors I see that are bald or balding, and it's like, well, if you believe in the procedure, do it yourself. And this guy actually did it himself with his team. Now, a lot of people are like, well, the guy doesn't do this surgery himself. And that's, of course, something discomforting to us. I'm sure a lot of you guys watching the videos are discomforted by that because we can research so many doctors and we can talk to them, and they're the ones who are doing this surgery. They're the ones who are picking out the hair, making the spots in your head, and then they have the technicians plug it in still. And plugging in is also, I think, an important part, but they have the technicians do it, and we accept it because it's so common. What Dr. Nigam does, I would say, is similar to what Bosley does. Bosley's a pretty big company. I've read the bad reviews also about Bosley online. But you got to think, they're doing... I believe because of the process that they do, because they have several different doctors working for them, they do so many more hair transplants that, yes, eventually they will have a little bit more of backlash than doctors who just do a few, less than them. And also, well, and I feel that's the model that Dr. Nigam is following. He has his name there. He knows what he's doing. It's a little better than Bosley, because I don't know if you go to Bosley, which I did have a consultation with him. I didn't actually get to meet Dr. Bosley. I don't know if there actually is a doctor like that. Dr. Nigam I actually got to meet. So similar, and then he has his technicians do it. And his technicians, he feels, are better than himself even. He feels he's hired people who are better than himself, which makes sense. So I have a job similar to that where I work with people who, I'm a video editor. But when it comes to special effects and stuff, I know how to do it. But depending on the project and how much it's paying and things, I will get a better VFX artist if needed to meet that expectations. I overlook it. I take the instructions. I forward it in technical terms to them. And they do the project, and and it works out quite well. So that's what I have to say about Dr. Nigam. So I don't think he's a butcher. I don't think you should bash India. They do things, of course, differently than you're in America. Each country will be like that. You can't expect even doctors here in America do things differently. I've spoken to a few different ones, and each of them, they set their own prices. They do their own, their own ways they do it. It's a process I didn't feel comfortable doing. I know I do his blog because I feel even the hair transplant, I heard a lot of bad things about it. I had a lot of friends telling me, don't do it, you're wasting your money, you're going to butcher yourself. I took the risk, and I'm blogging it because if I did butcher myself, I would want people to see it. I wanted people to know that, don't get it done. But the results are fairly good, and I see if I get a little more done, I really think I can have a really decent... I think it's a lot better than where it was, being bald. And, I think if I get more done, and it really comes down to money, I think it would be a surgery that is definitely an option for baldness. People who are balding. I took the risk at that. I know a lot of other people out there who are watching this video are also taking that risk. And I really feel that other people should definitely blog their experience. The more you blog, the more you put pictures about it, and the different doctors you go to, the better people like us, the end user who's getting it done, will have that knowledge. And so same thing with Dr. Nigam. I feel if you are a patient of Dr. Nigam, definitely blog it. I would like to see his results. I don't feel I'm on bad terms with the guy because he's definitely a good guy. I don't think he's spiteful. He's still willing to take me as a patient, even though I canceled during the operation. A lot of doctors over here would not put up with that. They probably wouldn't even talk to me again. So, he's a good guy, and definitely that way. And I think he felt very strong about his work and passionate. So, if you are in India and you want to get it done there in India, he's definitely someone I recommend and trying out. And if you are getting it done by him, definitely put up some pictures, videos. I would love to see his work as well. I didn't get it done, but I would still like to see his work. Again, that's my own insecurities. Other people might feel more comfortable who live there, and or even just who are more familiar with medicine and just more familiar with the procedure and want to get it done there. So that's my final thoughts. If you want to leave your comments, definitely leave them. But I don't think he's a butcher. I don't think he's a fake. He has enough patience. You could see in his office to where he's obviously doing a pretty good job. I'm going to leave another blog right now, and I'm going to discuss some other more about the hair transplant now. And that's just a look at it. This was from Dr. Benham here in Santa Monica, California. And I was completely bald. If you look at the previous videos, I would say I had little strands of little fizzle hair. He did this section right here, as you can see, the thicker section, because I could only get so much done. This is only 2,300 grafts, so I would so want to do the front and the crown, and that's that.